Dude, that Nature's Prophet looked like a Sith Lord with the shadow on his face. That was terrifying. Anna, what is wrong with you?
Prepare for battle.
He is the secret Sith Lord, you know? He's the one holding all the puppet strings here.
Yes, he really is. Mickey is bronze tier on Tidehunter. Now the
that
question
does not
is,
pass the Amar test.
he does not pass the Amar test. That's right. And we've a Grandmaster tier Kaka Nix, or a Master tier, sorry. And a couple of golds and a platinum here or there for RNG. So I think on average here, RNG looks more comfortable on their heroes, or more comfortable spending money on Dota Plus, depending on how you want to look at it.
Well, we know that Anna is pretty casual in terms of his different profiles, so he probably does not have that set up. I think he's playing on... Is he playing on his account here? I wasn't sure.
I don't know. He just earned Immortal on July 12th, so... I think he just started playing Dota again. He has 21 streak, 86% win rate on IO. I would say that is most likely Anna.
Most
that's
likely.
all. Yeah, he's on his main account. He's on his main account.
Okay, yeah. Some of the players, they like to come up with different names and call them, you know, their various Smurf accounts of other players, but it's usually just them trying to mess with each other.
This is true. It's gotten quite meta at this point.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start changing my name to Jenkins Dota and start talking about tubas and Pepsi in all of my pubs.
Yeah, go for it. Spread the the discipline, the religion of tuba. I'm down for it.
See, those little treants here are already making their way towards the other side, getting some information.
Chalice started with Celestial Hammer too. He's fully committed to this. He thinks he needs it for getting range creeps or something like that. Because sometimes you see the Starbreaker. I mean, that also secures range creeps, but it's just from less of a distance. You have to like more hard commit for it.
Yeah, I feel like you see the Starbreaker picked up earlier on when it's more of a support just to provide that extra disable. Can be annoying.
Yeah, it's like 50-50 for a core. Sometimes you see people... I mean, both of these abilities are incredible at level 1. For the mana cost, the damage that they do is like... It's the same as like some level 3, level 4 abilities in Dota. It's really wild.
I love Dawnbreaker. She's so much fun to play. A little bit of skirmish though here at the bottom rune spot. They're just going to push back at Sania and ensure that they can snap up the bounty rune. They do get 2 others over on the side of Liquid. And a bit of pressure being placed on Zai now.
And Chalice on the top lane too is getting equally chased away from these runes. Took a bit of harass for that.
All right, so where do you think we're going to see the first blood in these lanes? Because, again, this is a very aggressive draft coming out from both of the teams.
I feel like Dawnbreaker is always a pretty big threat to get first blood once she hits the level 2. That's a pretty solid timing. Could go the other way too, though. Like Clockwork is super strong if he can run down Kaka here. But Kaka does have his Windlace, so cutting the wave.
Pretty standard stuff, but lost one of them. I feel like the Dawnbreaker lane, because of the fact that you have a second disable along with it, is pretty high up there. But with the way that they're playing currently, not going to be seeing too much action for a little while.
And bot lane, there's no wave cutting action from Liquid. They just let the lane come back. And by the way, it's Insania playing the position 5 Zeus in the off lane, and instead Boxy is playing towards top on the Clockwork, which we've seen a lot of teams do this when they pick these 4s and 5s of the current patch. It feels like there's always 2 4.5s in the current patch. Like there's never one hero where it's obvious that they're going to be the one taking the farm.
I mean, it makes sense too, because you want to pair it up. Oh, we get a little bit of a courier snipe here. Snova not going to be able to have that courier for a bit, but yeah, you know, you have the... I should be okay here. Oh, they have an impetus, actually. I think they thought they had just enough damage, but no, just gonna get a shared tango here from the Insania. I think, you know, you want to pair up one ranged and one melee, right, too? And when you have something like this Enchantress down here that, you know, doesn't really mind... It's more susceptible to nukes and whatnot. I think that's a good choice to have this rotation.
Insania.
Insania got that
nice jump.
Goes down to low ground.
That was a big distance because of the vertical axis there. But I think also Insania really likes being against the bear, just spamming it with lightning bolts, which is exactly what he's doing. Like Liquid on the bot lane, they're not going to kill any heroes here, but they could maybe get a bear kill, which is worth more than a hero.
It always seems to be the priority. Trying to get rid of that pesky bear. Been a lot of skirmishing though on the top lane as well. See that the harass is real coming out from both sides. Ana sitting quite low. It still has some regen left, but not much mana left over on Chalice. It's been doing quite a bit of spamming those spells along with Kaka. And the mid lane is going pretty okay here for Mickey. 15-7, 13-0 on Somnus.
It's one of those matchups where Mickey can do damage through the shields, and so Ember, doesn't like that, but also Mickey has no way of taking the shield off. So they're both just kind of trading farm, but going a little bit in favor of Mickey because, of course, Tidehunter with the damage reduction. Like, he's going to beat most melee heroes in lane. He can just out-deny the hell out of you.
I'd like to see some stacks getting made for Mickey as well. To really kind of elevate the status and get the ball rolling, so to speak.
I think Insania has time to do it as well, because this bot lane is not going well for Liquid. Zai is struggling, and it's Enchantress Lone Druid, so this is to be expected. Like I'm not sure what would beat this lane. Like these are very strong heroes at laning, I should say.
Well, the water runes are up, and it looks like all these supports are very much engaged right now, so we will actually see the mid laners get the water runes. I know that's a big complaint that you've had recently, that it's always the supports who seem to be picking them up.
Yeah, it is true. In this game, the supports they're too busy in the side lanes. It's one of those games where, like, if a support leaves the side lane, then the remaining support for the enemy team will kill the core in that lane. So like nobody really feels comfortable leaving.
The double rings here will ensure that they get the first blood right before X-Nova gets a kill on Zai bottom. That's one thing I hadn't considered, the fact that you've got Sprout and you've got the Cogs. So throw one down, wait for it to finish, follow it up with the trees. Like, you just have to be dealing with all these cages in this particular lane. And Chalice, he's going to be fine with that. You know, he's a dome breaker, can just use the hammer to get out, but not going to be quite as easy for the Nyx.
You can do cool stuff with Sprout and Cogs too. Oh, actually,
yeah, like
Chalice?
This is what we're seeing.
He's going for it.
He's taking a lot of damage, but again, he's going to be able to hold it up. Pops those charges. Chalice needs to be careful here, although not taking that many tower shots, so. That bit of aggression. Startling, I think, both of them a little bit here.
Yeah, that was Chad. I mean, I like that Chalice went for that. He's actually going.
He's going in.
Misses the hammer,
turned
though.
around. They got the Sprout. Yeah, if they hit the hammer, I think that's a little bit more of a committal. But again, it's a nature's prophet. So Anna, he's just gonna teleport home, get back nice and full, and teleport back to his tower. Ooh, Courier? That's the second time that X-Nova's gonna lose it. Oh, and Ghost Courier too. All right.
Yeah, double Courier sniping action. And Sania is way back putting a ward down, and then Zai, of course, is cutting the wave because he does not want to lane against a lone druid. Also gets the creep camp block in the meantime, so the lane will not be pulled back.
Top lane trying to do those shenanigans again, and Chalice has already used the hammer. Ana doesn't have Sprout though for a couple more seconds. You're gonna see Boxy open up with the battery assault. A good impale will slow them down, but there it is. There's the Sprout. They need just a little bit more damage, and he's just barely got it. Just barely has that reach. So get the kill on Chalice. Now with that battery assault, chasing after Kaka, hoping maybe they can get enough damage. They just don't have the mana that they will be able to throw out the Sprout, and he's just gonna cut through.
I love this. Boxy is doing the disassemble assembling trick with his tranquil boots. Look at Boxy's inventory. I think he's gonna disassemble the tranquils. Yeah. Look. Oh, that's so cool. You never see this happen in pro matches, even though like this has been a thing forever. So the reason that you do this is because when you disassemble them, they can't be broken, and you get the HP regen from the ring, and you completely lose that if you have full tranquil boots. That's nice. You can also like assemble them while you're chasing to get some move speed. Although now he's left them because the laning stage is over. But I'm still excited about that. That's cool.
That is something that's neat because I don't think a lot of people consider that a lot of the times or have, you know, the ability, the movement to do it. So we'll throw out the Sprout and the Cog, a nice little Venn diagram, but not going to be able to quite hold Kaka in place this time around.
Kaka very aggressive into a clockwork. Feels confident he can just like spike Carapace and walk away.
I think it's funny too, we were talking about how, you know, Chalice is on this Dawnbreaker and how, you know, you paired up with another Disable with Kaka being on the Nyx. But in reality, it ends up being Ana and Boxy here being the more aggressive.
Yeah, the double circle strat appears to be OP.
We've been seeing that for a while now.
It's actually owning. I'm down for it.
Try this in your pubs. Next Jenkins video. The power's in the circles, guys.
That's right. Venn diagrams, ladies and gentlemen. It's the way to win Dota.
Wonder if you could actually get it exactly like that center portion of the Venn diagram, because then you have to fight through so many layers of the ring. Think about that.
I think you could. You just cog somebody, then sprout them when they're in the cogs, and that'll probably happen. Zai is he's struggling. Desperately trying to get a 6. Yeah.
Again, with this kind of a lane, though, what do you expect? It's just going to be difficult for him.
Yeah. The slaughter pick was really interesting. It's like, in retrospect, it's obviously, I say obviously, I mean, it's insane, but for the Tidehunter, right? It's like they're going to do some crazy like physical damage strat with the Tide and Nature's Carry and just run at them really fast with minus armor. But it does mean that they sacrifice the lane. Like, this is just full pressure from RNG.
Long range impetus. Somnus making the rotation. Gets kill on Insania. Zai is just hiding in this tree line. He's had such a rough game. He's like, please, I just want to get my 6. We will see the teleports come out with a Ravage landing over onto Ghost. They need to get rid of this bear. It's sitting pretty low. They just last tower shot. Nope, not going to be able to quite finish him off. We'll be able to get themselves a courier instead. First Ravage used of the game, though.
I'd say RNG are pretty damn happy with that. They get a kill, they pressure the tower to 50% HP, they make Mickey waste his Ravage, and Liquid gets nothing from it. That's fantastic for RNG.
Rotation, the Dawnbreaker coming in with Solar Guardian. Got 4 heroes now over here in this mid lane area. As Boxy, he is going to be left high and dry as they will collect themselves a kill on the support, but they'll be able to get Mickey out safely.
I do wonder for RNG what their solution is for Mickey on the Tidehunter, or maybe they feel like they don't need to solve him because he's just a big fat Tide and useless, but like they don't really have a great Silver Edge carrier. I don't like, maybe Lone Druid has a timing where he can, the bear is strong enough to like kill the Tidehunter through the Kraken shell as
Ooh, Kaka.
Okay.
And comes Ana, goes for the Sprout. Gonna get a couple of these clicks off. They need to put a little bit more damage, and they have it. Waiting for that uphill mischance that we always get whenever you're playing a hero, right?
Yeah, that's right. Feels like 80%.
Ana's lucky. He is a blessed one.
Yes, he is. He's the chosen one. Gaben's grandson. Claymore on Ana, by the way. That's why his right clicks are doing so much damn damage. He did not have any stacks of Wrath of Nature. He is just inch treads, Claymore, Lightstone. That's why he's hitting so hard.
Top lane. Some moves being used over on Boxy, but they'll turn it back around because Mickey just whacks away at Chalice. Next Nova also here. Do have Insania sitting in the bottom river bit. But, oh, look at this. Kaka sees the opening, smells blood in the water, and they'll clean up.
Mickey's going for a Deso on this mid-tide. That's cool.
I'm down. I like it.
I'm guessing he's going to go like Deso, Satanic maybe, and just play as a right-click carry. Why not? Level 25, the 50% chance of Anchor Smash Talon is utterly broken. It actually makes him like the strongest carry in the game. It's just that getting to that point requires you to have a Tide carry, which is and playing for 25 timing is also very stupid in Dota because most games end before then. But if they do get there, it is insane.
Look, it's high risk, high reward, okay? You can't do all the fun things unless you take the risk early on.
That's true. This is a Hail Mary for sure.
This is congratulations. You survived the early and the mid game and somehow made it to late. So we'll give you a fighting chance with this one talent.
Yep, yep.
Bit of a smoke play here in the bottom area. They find themselves Zai. This has been a rough game for him. The Impale connects. Dawnbreaker ultimate coming in hot. And will ensure that they get this kill. Nick turns back around. They've got the hook shot coming out from Boxy, so they'll be able to hold Somas in place. And there's going to be the follow-up Ravage. This is not looking good for Somas. He's going to fall. Now, they turn their attention over to Ghost. They want to get the bear, but they're not going to be able to follow up after that.
Yeah, that's the Ana Orchid reveal. So Somnus was just not expecting that at this time. Gets caught out. And I don't even think they needed the Ravage there. I think just with the Orchid, it's enough damage with all the minus armor they have too.
I think it might have been also the situation where they don't know who else is on their way over, if there's a Nyx assassin nearby or whatnot.
Oh
so
yeah, for sure.
They just figured, why not?
Yeah, it's
a good enough kill, big kill.
It's an important kill. It's like, obviously it's something you can only really see in retrospect. It's like, well, in retrospect, like there was nobody really there. The key was dead anyway, but it's, you know, this is like the enemy mid laner that's snowballing and owning, and it's Somnus, so it's like, yeah, you're gonna use Ravage to kill him if you're not stupid. Like, of course you're gonna try for it.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Kaka doing a little bit of hunting. He's gonna stumble over near Zai, and Ana's nearby. They could turn this back around to go out for the Sprout, the Silence over into Somnus. We'll push him back. Spike Carapace coming into play though. We'll push Ana away. But they get the tower over in the mid lane, so RNG has to be very pleased with that. And they have been taking quite a few towers already. Bottom lane. Ana gonna try to teleport out. Should be able to do it. This RNG will defend their bottom tier 1.
Yeah, they've defended their bottom tier 1, and they've got their mid tier 1 alive too. They've taken the mid tier 1, taken the top tier 1. Like, they're pretty okay with just like chilling and farming the map for the next few minutes, and then going on some timing. They're close to Ember Maelstrom. They're close to semi-close to Deso on Ghost. Oh, wait a minute. Is he going Deso? Are they going two Desos?
He's got the Orb of Corrosion.
Chalice is going for Deso as well.
Uh-oh.
Huh.
They need to communicate about this, I think.
I guess it's not that bad.
Do we have a little bit of a gank coming out, but the Solar Guardian, like we talked about, is enough to keep X Nova alive just a little bit longer, but there's the say coming out. Yeah, they'll follow up with the Thunder God's Wrath. They'll get themselves the kill on X Nova that they came in here for, so I'm just zipping back in again. We'll end up losing Boxy. Now they're gonna chase after Chalice. Can they get enough damage off in time? Oh my god, they just blow up Ana. Now Mickey, what can he do here? He's gonna have Ravage up in just 1 second. Does he opt to even use it though is the question. Because the rest of the team not around there. The big damage dealer in the form of Ana not gonna be able to join this fight because he was already picked off, so.
Mickey does have a Deso though. Like, I feel like if he did get that Ravage off, he might have just one-shot Somnus there, like close to it. He's yeah, Deso plus the Slardar amplification.
Oh, that's the amp. Oh my god.
That's 10 plus 6. Ember has 9 armor, so he'd be -7 armor. I mean, it would have one-shot him, but it would have chunked him really hard, and maybe a couple of right clicks. He actually dies. I'm super interested to see in this next fight if they can get amp on somebody, and Mickey actually gets an anchor smash off. Like, somebody's gonna die, especially for Enchantress.
Oh yeah. Enchantress has very little armor as they find a kill on Somnus.
He is going for the Satanic next on Mickey, so he's just full-blown like mode carry. That's cool. I like this a lot.
I mean, Mickey Boo's been on a hot streak recently, and why not have a little fun while you're at it?
Yeah. He's looking real powerful.
He's pairing up with Zai here too. They're looking. They're hunting for someone. You can see Chalice over in the mid lane. Perhaps that'll be their next target. Yeah, look at the way that they're kind of making their way over. They're playing tightly together over on the side of Liquid, whereas RNG, they're a bit more spread out. They do have that capability, though, like we said, with having Chalice just being able to Solar Guardian in, rejoin, and Kaka kind of just wandering about. Does end up getting dusted earlier. They're headed over towards the top portion of the map. Looks like they want to start Roche.
Yeah.
This is...
The flare was just used, too, so...
Yeah.
Liquid has, like, a false sense of security about this.
And there's no Ravage up over on Nikkei.
All right, now they know. Now they know.
Are they going to be able to get over there fast enough? That was the question. Like, they're beelining there. You've already got Kaka into place. Mickey walking over, throwing himself here. Thunder God's Wrath coming into... All right, so they're going to have to get out of that pit, and they want to fight.
Oh,
as you can see, Mickey just rips up our Kaka. The back line, they're looking over at Ghost. They'll get that kill as well. The buyback now coming out from Kaka. They're getting chased away. Chalice throwing out the hammer, goes back in. I'm not sure that was necessarily the play. As Ana tries to TP out, is he going to be able to do it in time before he burns? Yes, he's able to get out just in the nick of time. Kaka was hoping that he could go and get that impale off. Did buy back for this liquid. They're just going to send some of these guys back. They know that big boys are not going to be able to make it to this pit right now. So they're going to have to trade back and forth a little bit. And Sania taking so much damage. There it is, though. There's the Aegis.
Oh, it's on the ground.
But it's on the ground, and then someone goes and he snatches it up. They got the Roche, but they end up getting the Aegis. They end up losing Ana. Ex-Nova God, as now Mickey forced to run for his life. What a crazy fight here. And they're not even done, because they do still have multiple heroes. It's a triple kill now for Somnus.
All right, Ex-Nova's the carry now. He's the carry, officially. After that, he's got that Aegis. Max out impetus. Feels good. Yeah, that was nice. That was a great impale from Kaka. Right at the last second, like, salvaging that absolute disaster for RNG. With a Ravage, a counter Ravage onto... I think... I don't know if Mickey, like...
Mickey didn't have Ravage during that.
Yeah, he did not have Ravage, but maybe near the end of the fight, it was, like, just barely coming up. That feels really bad.
Yeah.
The fight was going so well for them. Mickey was doing a lot of damage with the Deso and also the minus armor from Gush.
And Chalice almost, look at that, like the burn damage on Ana, like just barely TPs out in time.
This
here it
looked
is.
Great. This looked great though up until this point, but then the Ravage, the poor man.
Impale. Oh.
You know, the funny thing is Nick's assassin just got that the range buff on his stun. Where it has like a bigger search radius. So without that, I think that probably doesn't catch Ana at the end there.
Well, you know what does catch is that connection over on Insania, because they were hunting through the tree lines to get rid of him. As this is going on, do have a little bit of a gank over in the bottom lane. They see themselves Chalice, so they'll be able to get themselves their own pick off. Get a courier too, so not gonna be able to have the Dawnbreaker assisting in this next area as Mickey finishes off those mid-tower.
Finally, he was going for that one for quite some time, slowly chipping away at it. Looks like they want to run for the tier 2 now, though, which I can understand. When they have Ravage, it feels like Liquid is really strong, even into the Aegis. I mean, it's an Enchantress Aegis, so who cares?
Yeah.
Mickey is still a beast right now.
There's a jump forward from Zai, plus the Slithering Crush. He does have that Spike Carapace in place. Oh my god! Oh, that Anchor Smash. Whew. There was an Nyx Assassin there.
Actually, didn't die as quickly as I thought he would. 8 armor and a Pupil's Gift, so decently tanky.
Oh no, I just saw a big portion of his health just disappear though, so
I was
maybe
hoping
didn't
for the
die
one shot
fast.
though. That's
you want a one shot?
That's what I want. Yeah, that's when Mickey's got the Aghanim shard, then we'll get the one shot. It's bonus 75 damage on the Anchor Smash, which will be nice. He's gonna get to that 25 talent, Moxie. I'm telling you, like he's very, very much on his way there. And then he gets a Moon Shard.
Moon Shard Tide Hunter with oh my god, with Deso. Oh baby. Yeah, he's sitting at the top of the net worth right now, 11k, followed by Somnus, and then Ana sitting at 10k, and Ghost around 10k as well. So fairly close still. Only a 1k net worth lead currently going to the side of RNG. Big boy Philly. There's the Satanic completed for Tide Hunter.
I don't know how they kill him. I really don't. Then again, I would have said that before the previous fight, and they obviously killed him in that one. It took a very long time, but they did do it. And by the way, the largest difference in the net worth is just the fact that Zai is struggling so much. Although he does have a Mask of Madness, which on Slardar is a farming item because his bash does more damage to creeps. So this is like a catch-up Mask of Madness.
With the immediate smoke after the Thunder God's Wrath. Kaka on the hunt here. Somnus is gonna go grab up the rune. I mean, it's been hard for Zai, but he is getting the items, you know. He's, like you said, he's got the Mask of Madness, but he's also got the Blink Dagger, and he's been able to be a part of a lot of these fights. Ana, though, in the top lane is forced to BKB out. And Insania somehow does manage to teleport away from Somnus as well. As into the bottom lane, they find themselves Chalice, and they'll find themselves a kill. Zai, though, now has to be very, very careful here. The drum's getting popped. Ana is now stuck in the trees. They have the fear. And this is looking like a very Dead Nature's Prophet. So they do manage to get Chalice, but they'll be able to take out Ana. And that seems like a very, very valuable hero to be removing. But Mickey's here. Mickey's wandering through. He's got the gush over onto X-Nova, and they'll follow. Oh my god, again, these big anchor smashes with that negative armor. It's very, very scary. The bear holding Zai into place. Mickey just trying to put himself into position. We'll go for the Ravage. Zai already sitting super low. And he goes for the Satanic Blade, just whacking away over here onto Ghost. Needs maybe one more hit to do it. No, he doesn't quite have it because it gets rooted into place. He'll turn his attention now over to Somnus. The hookshot comes through. They'll be able to clean up over onto Kaka. Baxi not looking quite as healthy, though, as he eventually gets clicked down by this Enchantress. Insania, running for his life, is going to be forced to use that Heavenly Jump. They'll follow up with Chalice, teleporting in, using that ultimate. And they'll clean up Insania finally. Hunt is still on, though. Somnus and X-Nova are chasing after Mickey. But looks like they're going to back off.
That was an impressive fight from RNG. I gotta say, like, the way that they kited Mickey, it just looked incredibly frustrating to be Mickey in that fight. If he gets an anchor smash on, like, there's a few heroes there that if he anchor smash them, they're gonna die. And they just kept Ember on him, changing him, even though, of course, he's got that Kraken Gel to take it off. They were slowing him with Enchantress. They're force staffing people away. They've got Drums of Endurance. Like, they're just keeping their distance. And Mickey, he had like 3 anchor smashes in that fight where they just barely missed somebody because of the kiting from RNG. And it would have gone totally the other direction if any of those anchor smashes connect.
I mean, we saw how much damage that they did to the Enchantress when they do actually connect. You can see Zai just frantically trying to just put down as many of these corrosive hazes as possible during that fight to further, you know, amplify Mickey's damage. But it was tough. RNG played that quite well, like you said.
Okay, Mickey got a blink. I was gonna say, I feel like after that fight, you definitely queue up a blink if you don't have enough gold for one. And he got it, because it's not even like a blink Ravage that he needs. That's usually why you would get the blink on Tide. It's like a blink anchor smash, like within the fight. Because a single anchor smash, like you said, Zai's focusing really hard on just pressing Corrosive Haze on as many units as possible. If you just blink anchor smash, you're going to full to 0 most heroes, or at least full to like 10 or 20%, and then they can't fight anymore.
I mean, I feel like that's the name of the game, is that Liquid wants to take these fights where RNG is already sitting so incredibly low that they're feeling a little bit, not frustrated, but like, do we fight this? Do we not fight this? How do we approach it? It just makes it a lot more difficult for them to engage.
Liquid does finally get the bottom tower, though, which they've been angling at for quite some time now. So that does even up the towers of the game. And still the gold lead is not huge for RNG. Yeah. The game is basically even.
You have the BKB. I mean, we've had the BKB completed for Ana for a bit now.
He's going for AC next, so even more minus armor for the Tidehunter. Everything seems to be centered around Mickey and him pressing his buttons.
Get the hook shot, and there it is, as they'll try to burst down X-Nova. Don't quite have it, though, because Chalice, again, following up with that Solar Guardian. Kaka also running in. Boxy is just going to get punished for trying to make any moves. And Mickey's just like, nope, I'm out.
Unfortunately for Liquid, against an Enchantress, you obviously can't hit her with a Tidehunter. One anchor smash is enough to take her to 10%, but she just heals to full. They need Zai around if they're going to make a play like that with the Corrosive Haze. And even the right clicks from Zai, he's got a Mask of Madness, so he's the one hero that can hit through the Enchantress ultimate, the Untouchable.
I mean, I feel like now that you know that the Solar Guardian is down for like a minute, you could potentially try to make another play, try to get a pick off. Because I feel like that's really what's happening in a lot of these fights where Liquid, it starts to look really good for them, but then they have that global presence like we talked about where, you know, the Dawnbreaker just ults in, heals up, makes them scramble. But, you know, they don't seem to care about that because they're in the pit here on the side of RNG. And this Roche is just crumbling. There's no way they get there fast enough. This is going to be the second Roche. This has a nice juicy shard on it.
Ooh, that's the dream, getting the Dawnbreaker shard. from Roshan for free, so he can buy Deso BKB. Yeah, that is nice. That's a very impactful shard. Like, most people rush it, but Chalice was a bit greedy in this game. He figured that he could wait on it, and definitely benefits from that mentality.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Very nice. Ooh, spider legs. Okay, that's a huge pickup against this Nature's Prophet. The leash talent, it's like, legitimately, Nature's Prophet has like 10% more of a win rate in a game if spider legs does not drop for the enemy team, because it is the one way that you can kill the tree and walk out.
Zania is going to walk into a lot of heroes here. They were a couple of them smoked up, but no Zeus available now, so Liquid probably just gonna chill for a bit. Xnova dropping that sentry, go for the D ward. So I would assume that, you know, they're gonna be patient. Do they still try to make a play into this Aegis, or is this one of these things where they're just gonna play pretty defensively for the time being?
I think you can. You can, I mean, it's a lone druid, so, like, you can just focus on killing his bear. That's kind of what you want to do anyway. And also, they have Ravage. You can, like, stun everybody, kill supports, and then get out, or take the fight if it looks good. But they're gonna, like, tentatively fight it. If the high ground push comes, Mickey's set up for it. But they don't want to defend the tier 2s, which I think is reasonable. Instead, they're gonna smoke towards the top lane and look for some sort of side lane pickoff. They're gonna run into Kaka. Oh, man.
Go for the dust. There's the hook shot in over onto the Nyx, but like we said, they do have the Solar Guardian, so they're going to be able to counter-initiate. They'll throw out the hammer. Kaka, though, sitting very low. He is going to fall for this, and Boxy also getting quite low, but not going to be able to do enough damage to him, as they'll end up losing Chalice. And do you see Somnus running out here? Mickey finding himself Xnova. He's just going to say, yeah, whatever, you're an enchantress.
Doesn't ravage, yeah. He's like, you're useless. I'm not going to ravage you.
Not worth his time.
No, much longer cooldown than the Enchantress's death timer, so very, very reasonable. Yeah, in that fight, Chalice just, you know, goes to save the Nyx, which he does very successfully, but his BKB is worthless to a Mask of Madness Slaughter that's going to constantly bash him, so there's no way he's going to get a Starbreaker off, and his team could not respond with the swiftness that he could.
Gonna send the Ghost Bear for... Oh my god, look at this bear! That is so much damage as Chalice throws out the tip. Good lord, Assault Cuirass and the Desolator, Orb of Corrosion. You know, we talk about this negative armor strat coming out from the side of Liquid, but this bear is ripping off your own armor. Yeah, that's gonna be terrifying. It's like opening a can of, like, human meat. Or whatever meat's inside.
Human meat.
This bear is a can opener.
That's a very disgusting image. That's very grotesque. I'm offended as a Canadian. There's a lot of bear attacks here.
There's bears all over where I live, too.
Usually it's honey that they're eating, but not people.
A little bit of an opening over onto Mickey. He's gonna get slowed down. They get the Centaur stomp, and he's very, very tanky. Has opted to go, turns around with a Ravage. Just wants to back off, though, for the time being, as they'll jump back into the base, and they will end up losing Chalice, though, on the side lanes.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
They're such weird fights, because I feel like they go after Chalice because they don't want him to join into the fight, but then Liquid still ends up, like, not getting as much as they'd like out of the other engagement. I don't know. It was, like, very even.
Yeah, two fights happening at once. I think if Liquid doesn't kill Chalice simultaneously as they, like, waste the Ravage there, I say they waste the Ravage, but it was forced out by RNG. Like, RNG knew what they were doing. They're like, we're not going to kill this guy.
Oh my god. Did you see how close it was for getting Boxy there?
No.
Yeah, Somnus in the top lane. He, like, just went for a casual, like, slight and nicks him right as he teleports out.
He almost got can open, didn't he?
No, no, no. That's the bear. The bear is the can opener.
The bear, I see. He was in the area. He was ready to get over there and open that can. And Clockwork looks, I mean, he is a can.
Clockwork is a can, yeah.
He's literally a can.
He's a little toaster.
Yeah, with human toast inside of it.
No, he doesn't have human toast inside.
Goblin toast.
I feel like you know a lot about goblin toast. This time, Xnova is barely survivable with the hookshot. It takes 3 heroes. Actually, technically 4. Because they had to drop the Nimbus during that.
And in case anybody's wondering,
they didn't have to, but...
He does have the Nimbus. He's got that big boy Philly, so Insania quite farmed. just from that. I mean, 70 GPM, 80 GPM is insane. Like when you look at support GPMs at the end of the game, it's like 300. Like you're getting like 30% GPM or something, extra GPM from getting one item. It's actually crazy. What a good item.
I love this item as a support player. It's like, I feel like, because remember like the old days before we got neutral items added in, you would be struggling, like your team's losing, and you can't even step foot out of the base. You just die every single time. Ana though has to be careful. Yeah, Kaka. BKB comes out from Ana immediately. They're going to try to put up enough damage to get rid of the Zix Assassin, which they do have. Chalice, he's rejoined in, like we said, has his own BKB. They turn their attention over to Ana. They'll be able to kill the Nature's Prophet. As off to the side, Boxy gets himself a really nice cut, but he's just getting munched away here. Eventually, they do get Boxy, and now Zai beating away over onto Chalice. He just doesn't quite manage to get the final hit off. As they'll turn their attention now to X-Nova. Zai, he wants to get more. They'll go in for the Ravage play. They need to get a little bit more damage. X-Nova finally going to die. And it looks like Zai, is he going to be able to survive as the Emperor? He wants him so badly. And again, Zai testing the limits, going back in, is going to eventually expire. But with some luck, they do manage to get a triple kill over on Mickey.
That was just a man fight. They just all slammed each other until somebody died. That's hilarious. Wow, yeah, Mickey is being, he's very effective in these fights with the Anchor Smash damage reduction. 25. The bear seemed to be kind of useless with the damage reduction, all the kiting that was going on. I was wondering, I saw misses happening in that fight. I was wondering why. It's because Somnus actually has a Radiance. So that's an interesting pick.
That's not a common thing to see. Why do you think he went Radiance?
I don't know. Damage over time against Tidehunter, I guess. I don't know. He's got a Daedalus on Mickey, by the way. He's got a Daedalus. He's got the 25. He's got the 25 talent. He almost took the tower on his own. He forced out the fort. Yeah, I'm not sure on the Radiance. It's I mean, it's generally like a better item than it was before now because of the 15% evasion component to it. That's definitely a lot nicer. And you know, Tidehunter not a hero that likes to build into like MKB, but of course the Anchor Smash will just go through that entirely. And Furion does like building MKB, although he's not going for one. He's getting a Bloodthorn instead.
Yeah, it does pick up the Satanic now too, so a little bit more survivability, which seems pretty important because they have been kind of just leaping on top of him, and a lot of it has been facilitated by Kaka, right? The fact that he's been doing the scouting, they have the global with the Dawnbreaker, so it's just a little bit difficult for him, but now he's going to be able to stand his ground and fight a little bit more, and perhaps buy enough time so that way the rest of his team can make their way over to him. But they do go for smoke over on the side of RNG. And gonna walk into Mickey. In fact, Mickey blinks into everyone over here and then runs away, assuming giggling a little bit. Teehee getting a lot of these clicks up over onto the bear. They want to just get rid of it. But over here, Boxy, maybe just a little bit too separated from the rest of his team. Does have the cogs out, but that's so much damage coming out from Enchantress. Will end up dropping the gem, but Zai over on the back lines does find this open. It gets a couple bashes off over here onto Chalice, as he's just gonna wail away, and he'll get the kill on Dawnbreaker.
Okay, the biggest kill in that fight is not Chalice, it's not Boxy, it's the bear. He just resummoned the bear. It's 71 seconds without RNG's carry. Liquid can do whatever they want for the next 70 seconds. If they knew that there wasn't a resummon, which maybe they do, maybe they don't, considering how Ghost is playing, they could just go high ground. And they got a DD on Mickey. Oh my god.
Baby. Big boy.
That is dirty. That is dirty. Oh, he's so dead.
God. Oh, Ghost. Yeah, they even go and they use the Ravage on him, for God's sakes.
I think this is over. I think
yeah, you don't have a lone druid, you don't have a bear.
They have Tidehunter. He is so good at taking buildings right now.
Yeah, he's just chasing after X-Nova now. He's getting kited pretty hard, so I have to be a bit careful here because the follow-up from Kaka, Mickey actually. You need to be careful, my friend. They actually get the kill. That's a monster kill streak. They'll turn their attention over to Zaya, get that kill as well. And Ansania teleporting out. And Ana going down to the bot lane. So maybe not putting enough respect there to go for that, just hitting the buildings and chasing after X-Nova. That was one hell of a debate, honestly.
Yeah, they got a little too excited like I did. They're like, oh, dude, we killed their carry. Like, let's go throw. Look how much damage a Tidehunter is doing. And then all of a sudden, X-Nova is kind of just beast mode. He's got the Grove Bow. He's got the Dragon Lance. 20% pure damage on Impetus. I mean, Tidehunter can't do anything to pure damage. The kiting is really nice too from Enchant.
I mean, we joked about it earlier when Xnova managed to go and get that, managed to get the Aegis, but he is really just performing very, very well as they do set it up over here onto Insania. And look at all these Impetus. It's just so much damage. He drops the Nimbus, hoping that perhaps they can get some sort of a follow-up kill. And Kaka is being held over to the side, so they'll be able to find that. And now with the cogs over to Xnova, again, it's pretty difficult for them to take down this Enchantress, but they don't have Chalice's ultimate this time, so I don't think they're going to be able to save Xnova. There's the click, double click now for Ana, and Chalice is going to use the Shadow Blade to just get himself out of here. Somnus nearby, just providing that little extra support should they go for this jump.
Why make a tip Zai? Buyback from Kaka. Buyback
from Xnova. All right.
They want to take this before Mikke is up. And they can
I mean,
do
they're going to be able to. It's going way too fast. Well, they use Rocket Flare, but they can't get over there fast enough. And there it is. Refresher Shard. And they are feeling very, very happy about this. Aegis over on Somnus.
Ana,
do have to deal with some of these treants, though, in the bottom lane.
I think they're going to go for Xnova right now. He's waiting in the trees for Zai to get there.
I got to be careful, though.
Yeah, the timing's a little off because the rest of RNG made their way back there. They're looking for it, though.
And a lot of them just don't have buyback. Like, you don't want to take that chance, I think, right now, if you're Liquid.
Yeah, Ana needs 1,000 gold. He's so farmed that like, buyback is way too expensive for him. That's such a bougie like nature's prophet problem. It's like, guys, I have too much net worth. I can't afford buyback.
First world problems.
Yeah.
Should have just been poor. Clearly.
That's right.
They wouldn't have that issue.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh god.
Do it with flair.
Zai's got the plus 150 slithering crush damage, clearing out these creeps very quickly. And they do just cut through these trees really fast, even the big ones.
Maybe that's part of the reason behind the Radiance on Somnus as well, is just magic damage, AoE, to deal with the trees, and also more magic damage to go with this Mjolnir to deal with Tide.
They go for the scouting ultimate, and they realize that they're smoked. Liquid staying pretty close together. We'll see that the outpost is getting shifted eventually. Go for the hook shot. We'll land over onto Ghost and push back over on the bear. See Somnus with those spider legs running over along with Chalice. Do manage to find Insania. Again, he is the position 5. He's going to go drop the Nimbus button. Doesn't have the rest of the team in position to come and assist him at this time. Ana just going back to the bottom lane, living the life of a nature's prophet. It's like, all right, we took a fight. Fight didn't go well. They got a pick off. I'm just going to push. But they're still hunting over the side of RNG. Boxy standing up over on the eye spot. Does have a gem still. They opt to go in on this, though, is the question. Love to grab Somnus. All right, nice slithering crush coming out from Zai, but the follow. Oh my god, Kaka just got obliterated here. And now the follow-up Chalice sitting over onto the top eye spot. They're gonna end up losing Zai. Boxy trying to climb away. Mikke goes for the Ravage, but he's gonna have to go and pop the Satanic to try to stay alive because they have so much going on. And Boxy dead now. It's just Mikke standing here against the world trying to just buy more time because on the bottom lane, Ana is just taking the tower, taking these racks. They have to get there fast and they've got to get out of there. And it looks like it's not gonna be a problem. Ana just teleports away. He got a tower. He got a Rax. They end up losing almost everyone, though, over on the side of Liquid during that engagement. I don't know, Jenkins.
Yeah, the break is very effective versus Tidehunter at this point. This is the weird thing with, like, getting to this point in the game. You have this insanely high damage hero with the anchor smashes that are constantly going. But even though those are physical damage, they do not pierce through spell immunity. So it does not work during the BKBs, and they're using those to kite him, and then they're breaking him, and because he doesn't have a BKB, it is enough to kill him. Not that you can take off the break from Silver Edge with BKB, but at least the BKB lets you be magic and spell immune while you're broken. So yeah, it's a weird situation to be in for Ty, because technically he's really strong, but he needs support. He needs his team to be alive.
They're ripping through these racks. They're looking to rip through Insania too.
Now they could maybe.
Oh, they zip over. Look at it. They see Ana. They see Ana. Can they hold him in place? That's the question here. Ana trying to man fight here. He's got a lot of clicks up, but he's gonna get stunned up by Chalice. Be careful. Still trying to fight through this. It's gonna take a lot of doing, but they do manage to kill the Nature's Prophet. It ends up taking 3. It ends up taking a BKB, but they get it.
So they don't know that he has no buyback. He's very close to it. So, you know, even if they're looking at his items, it's going to be like impossible to calculate. So I don't think RNG is going to like run down a lane or something. Or maybe they do, but I don't think they're going to run down mid and try to throne. They'll maybe go try to poke something. They are extending their lead on the map, though. Oh, maybe they do run down mid, actually.
I mean, they are running down right now. Perhaps they realize this. They do have a sentry. They can see Kaka, so gonna trap him in a little cage there. Boxy spider legging away. And they'll cut off their entry point here for this mid, but they'll just turn their attention now to the top. Bit of the jump here coming out from Zai. Gonna try to burst down the bear. Mickey coming forward. All right, that is a dead bear. Do have a summon, though. Get another one up. The Aegis gets reclaimed. So Liquid, they'll hold, and they have not needed to use the buyback on Ana. Not yet.
Yeah. Yep. Now Ana does have buyback. And that's a bear resummon too, so
if they can get another kill on the bear, that's gonna open a big window for them.
yeah, it's huge. That's the carry. Nothing else really matters other than the bear. I guess Somnus is pretty powerful at this point too, especially because he has Refresher. Does not have the Aghanim Scepter though, so he's not gonna do some like crazy cool like 10x Remnant thing. Can't do that just yet. He's gonna be refreshing his BKB mostly.
But hey, if that's what wins the fight, then I think you're still very happy with that. Not the flashiest, but gets the job done.
And Ana doing some more split push action, making sure that Chalice or somebody has to come down here and deal with it.
That's so annoying. Every single time, like having to deal with this Nature's. And they don't, yeah, they've got the travels over on Somnus, so they do have a solution, but it's got to be very annoying for him to have to go back and forth like this. Luckily, though, again, do have remnants. Can go right back in. In fact, they ping out.
It is my opinion that if you lose a game with 2 racks up on Nature's Prophet, it's your fault. Like, I feel like it's at this point, the world is your oyster if you're Ana. You can just be so annoying on this like 1 remaining racks.
Oh, Zai walking into multiples here. There's no way that he's even able to just get that BKB off. Change over the outpost. They'll send Chalice back to go deal with these creeps. It's looking hard for Liquid to find an opening. The RNG is just combing through methodically and getting anyone that's a little bit too far out.
I feel like Liquid could take a fight on them if they go with Ravage together. They're focusing a lot more on like split pushing and not being together in this case. But their read on it is like if they just take a full 5-on-5 fight, it's not going to go well for them. But it might be forced here.
Boxy continuing to just use the cogs, try to buy a bit more time. Ana really just hard committing here. Will make his way into their base as do have this damage though coming out from the bear. Boxy trying to slow down yet again. Will get stunned. There's a jump forward here coming out from Mickey and he does so much damage. All right, this time they just rip apart X now, but they rip apart Ghost. Do manage to get the kill on Boxy, but they find this opening and look at this here. Ana's got to teleport out fast. If he's not going to be able to do it though, he's going to get just stunned up and he's going to end up losing his life for that tower.
Yeah, he had BKB. Like he had BKB before and man fought Chalice. He couldn't TP out because Chalice has Skull Basher, so chances are at some point he's going to get bashed during that TP. Instead, he committed for the tower. I mean, Ana has buyback, so he's probably okay with that. Also, you trade for Ghost, which is of course carry for carry and trade support for support. So yeah, if you're Nature's Prophet at this point, you feel pretty good about yourself. As long as you hold buyback, you can kind of suicide for racks like this, and slowly but surely you take megas. And when there's megas, the game is very easy to win.
RNG's going right into this pit. Roche is up. doesn't go down quite as fast as when they've got the whole crew, but the question is, will Liquid realize this? Because they do go for a scan over there. Roche sitting at about half health. Yeah, Zai making his way over. They see him. Blink forward, not going to be able to quite land the Impale to follow up with that Spike Carapace. So the rest of the team is going to make their way over. This is very scary for them now. So follow up, BKB coming out from Zai, but they get a couple of these hits, and then comes Mickey. Does not have the Ravage, but boy, does he have the negative armor. As he rips them open, and the follow-up over onto Kaka. Do you have Somnus jumping around over onto the back line? So I'd love to get the kill on Insania. So they're kiting Mickey very effectively, but Zai jumping back in again with that blink. There's going to be another buyback. Chalice jumping in. They want to just get rid of Mickey, and he's just taking so much damage. He needs to be able to hit something because he has the static, but he's just not able to with these stuns. And Sania trying to climb away, then get the cogs off, will be able to hold Somnus in place, but also holds Insania down. So he will also have to buy back to be a part of this fight. But now Ana is up. They'll buy back on Mickey. They don't want to allow them to get this Roche. It's already sitting low enough. Zai, waiting patiently off to the side, is just going to bide his time. And we'll see what they end up deciding to do here on the side of Liquid, and if RNG tries to climb back into this pit.
Yeah, and Ana still has buyback, so he feels very comfortable just running around and split pushing. Although he's gonna go for Roche.
Let's head over one of the little creepies. They see it. Somnus zipping around, going for the Thunder God's Wrath. X-Nova jumping into this pit. He wants to kill on this run. He's trying to do it, and he gets the Aegis a second time. It's beautiful. Look at the damage coming out though. The AoEs, the Ravage, everything, but they still end up losing Chalice. And that Aegis is popping right back up again. Mickey does get bombed a couple times here. It's a dumping from Zai. He is making up for that terrible game earlier on because they find the kill. They'll chase down Somnus. X-Nova over here on the corner. Mickey is just continuing to just very, very slowly smack around the Enchantress. My God, what a fight.
And Ana, I mean, the whole time he's still got buyback. I mean, I think they can just go down lanes and take megas right now. Mickey, he got the Ags. Brilliant Aegis steal between Cuckoo and X-Nova, but yeah, it's just...
Can't believe X-Nova stole a second one.
Yeah, it's too much damage. I mean, good call from Liquid to just blitz the Roche. Like, they knew they could kill it in time. This is Megas.
Blinks. Yeah, it's just straight up Megas. There's the hook shot coming in from Boxy from downtown. Mickey is on a killing spree. And we'll get one more buyback. There's no other buybacks available now for the side of RNG. And yeah, there it is.
All right, Liquid buzz killing RNG. Liquid is guaranteed eliminated. And
they put up one hell of a fight. They're still playing this out here. Again, Mickey just does so much damage. Somnus doing whatever he can, but there's just too many heroes here. Too much damage. There it is.
Wow. I mean, Liquid is not the type of team to start messing around in a tournament when they know that they're not going to make it through to the next stage. That's just not the type of